Am I the a-hole for splitting up with my fiancé because he keeps demanding we have kids? I, 21, have always been very against having children. I like kids. Don't get me wrong, but I can't stand the idea of having my own. My fiancé 20 form has known this since we started dating 3 years. He proposed last year, and I said yes. The first few months of being engaged were wonderful, and he couldn't have been a better partner. However, about 6 months into the engagement, he kept bringing up the idea of maybe having a baby. I told him every time that I don't want kids of my own, and he accepted this answer the first few times. At the end of last year, my sister 19th had her daughter. Despite living 8 hours away from us, we were still close, talking over the phone pretty much every day and visiting whenever we could. Since she had the baby, my fiancé has gone from accepting no as my answer to kids to saying how disappointed he is in me for not being maternal like my sister. He constantly makes sly comments and remarks about me hating children, how I would be a useless mother, and how I'm pro-abortion because I supported my youngest sister through a termination after she ended up pregnant at 14. It was not her fault, but I'm protecting this post from His most recent comment, which he said to my mother, was when him and I have kids. You'll have to be the mum if OP isn't going to stick around. Like, WTF. What shocked me most was that she is on board with it. She knows that I really don't want kids, and she has been somewhat supportive and told me it's my decision at the end of the day. However, much like my fiancé, she has been trying to talk me into having kids since my sister had hers. She straight up said to me, I know you don't want children, but think of my aunts. He wants them so desperately. I really hope you change your mind for his sake. So, I told him that if he is so desperate for a baby, he can have one. Just not with me. I said I would give back the ring. No hard feelings, and we can move on and meet new partners who actually want the same things in life as us. This did not go down well. He shouted, screamed, smashed up our bedroom. He had a full-on toddler tantrum at the thought of me leaving him. He is adamant that he is going to have kids, and it is going to be with me. I told him again, for what must be the 1000th time, this just made him worse, but I'm not willing to play along and say yes in something that is such a huge life decision. I don't want kids, and him having this toddler tantrum just emphasized my point, so I took my ring off and handed it to him. He looked bewildered, but I told him that this was a complete deal breaker for me, which he knew from the start of our relationship. I called my friend, explained the situation, and she came to pick me up right away. He continued screaming, shouting, and throwing things. I left as soon as my friend arrived. I don't know when I will be ready to return.